My goal is to lock and go with them, bring them into my life. I'm going to invest time, energy, money, effort. I'm going to do everything that I can to help them win when I find them, because I know that they're going to be a future player in this organization and potentially in the entire industry. Today, we're going to be talking about how to identify the type of person that you should be working with when it comes to trying to develop your sales team or grow your organization or grow your business. Because there's going to be a lot of volume that comes in. Not every single person is going to be a quality player that you want to spend the majority of your time with. And so it's going to be your ability to identify who has it, who doesn't, who should you work with, and who you shouldn't work with. That's going to save you a bunch of time, energy, money, effort, and it's also going to give you the ability to grow and scale faster. You know, oftentimes when I see in this business, in any business, any type of sales organization or any type of team building type of business, I see a lot of people that waste time. They waste time trying to turn people into something that they're not. They waste time working with people who really don't want to go change their life. And they're constantly trying to change people. And I have realized over the years that you can't change people. You can't change people. If somebody doesn't want to change, well, then you're not going to be the one that forces them to change. They have to want it. You know, I was listening to an audio on the way to the studio here today. And one of the things that the audio talked about was, it doesn't matter how great I am. If they don't have determination to change their life, scratch how good I am. Like, just put it aside. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I could be the greatest trainer in the world, greatest inspirer in the world. I could be the greatest speaker in the world. I could be the greatest everything in the world. If somebody does not want to change their life, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what we're looking for. So above all else, more than anything else, the number one trait that we're looking for is a white hot burning desire. You find that, oh my goodness, you found somebody that's going to help you grow your business, scale it. You found a player that you should lock and go with. But outside of that, let's kind of categorize the 4 types of people that are going to be recruited into your organization, into your team, into your environment. So the first type of person that's going to get recruited into your team or environment is somebody who's uncredible, bad market with low ambition. Let me say it again. Uncredible, bad market, low ambition. This is somebody that we should try to filter out in the interview process if possible, but you're going to have a lot of them that filter in because anybody could sound good in an interview. So as a leader, we got to understand these are not the type of people we should be investing a lot of time with, if not no time at all. Yet what happens is because people have small environments or small teams, they are forced to believe in people they shouldn't be believing in because their inventory is low. And I'm not saying you shouldn't believe in everyone, but what I am saying is you should believe in people who are trying to change, not believe in people that you have to change. There's a big, big difference there. A lot of times you're going to bring people into your organization. They're uncredible, they're in a bad market, and they really don't care to change. This is not somebody to go all in with. This is somebody where you find a brand new person in your sales team and you say, hey, listen, work with this person. So that way your trainer can get some practice and the new person can still get taken care of to an extent. Now we move on to the second type of person. The second type of person that you're going to bring into your organization is somebody who is credible, but they have low ambition. This is somebody that might be able to generate some results just due to their credibility, but this is not somebody that is going to go on to become this huge player in your organization. And I think a misbelief that most people who are building sales teams have is that, oh, this person's credible, they're going to crush it in business. But if I'm credible, but I don't have an incredible work ethic, well, then guess what? It doesn't matter how credible I am. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So I might have that credibility, but if I don't have that desire to change, to improve, to get better, to change if I don't have those things, well, then guess what? I'm probably not going to become a player. If someone doesn't have one of those things, they're probably not going to be a player in your organization. Can they bring you a player? Yeah, because they're credible. Somebody who's credible has the influence to bring other people in that might have that desire, that might have that burning desire, that might want to change their life. But I wouldn't bank on these people being the type of people that are going to move your business from one level to the next. So just kind of be aware of it. Just because they're credible doesn't mean they're going to move the needle of your business. It just means that they might get some results and or bring people in that could generate results as well. The third type of person that's going to come into your organization is the type of person that gets counted out all the time, which is somebody who may not be the most credible person, but they have a burning desire to change their life. They have a burning desire to be somebody. They're trying to improve. They're seeking out information. They're resourceful. They are trying to grow. They're not the type of person that you have to drag through the mud and say, hey, come to the office or read this book. They're the ones seeking out the knowledge, seeking out the mentorship, seeking out the guidance. These are people that if you help them work on their identity and work on their character and polish them up a little bit, plus their burning desire, these are people that can be giant players in your organization. They will also most likely be the most loyal because you saw something in them when most people would have counted them out. But the fact that you didn't count them out is what makes them even more loyal to you. By the way, this was me. When I came into business, I was that person where I didn't have the greatest market. I was 19. I wasn't the most credible. I just dropped out of college, didn't have the greatest grades in school, didn't have the greatest peer group at the time. And I wasn't the most credible person. But what I did want is I wanted to change. I wanted to improve. I wanted to get to the next level of my life. And I was just looking for the opportunity. And so when I found it, I took it seriously and I went all in on it. You're going to have a lot of people like that come into your organization. Maybe they're not the most credible. And yeah, these people, are you going to have tons of success in their market or working with them? Maybe not up front, but over time, because they do have desire, because they do have ambition, because they are trying to get better, these people can become giants in your organization. And then last but not least, number 4, the fourth type of person that's going to come into your organization is somebody who's credible with ambition. This is the type of person that's going to win fast. Now, the only question is are you a quality enough leader to be able to handle them? Is your identity large enough to handle them? Or are you going to miss out on that opportunity because you're not who you need to be? So the good news is when you find somebody who is credible and they have high ambition, is that these people typically have extremely high standards. So if your standards are not high enough to be able to handle this person, you will lose that person. And that's what I see more oftentimes than not. I see good people come into an organization. The leader's not who they need to be in order to handle that good person. They lose them. So those are the 4 different types of people that will come into your organization. Bad market, uncredible, low ambition. Don't work with them. Second person is credible, low ambition. You can work with them, but don't invest all the time into trying to turn them into this big player, because if they don't have the ambition to be one, they're not going to be one. Third type of person, maybe not the most credible, burning desire. Definitely somebody that you should work with. You're just going to have to work on their identity, their character, and polish them up a little bit. And then the fourth type of person that you're going to bring into your organization is somebody who's credible and ambitious, but you got to be the type of leader that can handle them. If not, you're going to lose this person because they're a high quality A player. These people win fast, but they'll also filter them out fast if you're not who you need to be. So those are the 4 different types of people you will bring into your organization. And it's going to be your ability as a leader to identify who is who and how people operate, and then lock and go with the people who are going to long-term move the needle. That's how you're going to grow and scale. Constantly going through my mind, I'm looking for the A players. I'm looking for the it factor. I'm looking for people that have that burning desire. That's what I'm constantly scanning for as a leader of my business, because when I find somebody, I'm going to bring them into my life. I'm going to help transform their thinking. I'm going to help improve the way that they operate. I'm going to develop their skill set. I'm going to help their marriage enhance. I'm going to help their life get better. My goal is to lock and go with them, bring them into my life. I'm going to invest time, energy, money, effort. I'm going to do everything that I can to help them win when I find them, because I know that they're going to be a future player in this organization and potentially in the entire industry. So hopefully today's message helps. I thought it was pretty valuable. If you got something out of today, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about it. We put out all this information for free when it comes to the audience, but it does cost us money, and we don't charge for any of this, nor will we. We just ask that if you ever do get value, you do like it, you do share it, post it on social media, subscribe, just do what you can to help us out, so at least we got some good ratings. So with that being said, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next week on the Leaders Only podcast.